Help me replace the tie rods on this Toyota Avalon. I quoted the customer for $1,000 and it took 18 hours. That's a joke. Tie rods actually aren't too bad and we had the car back within a couple hours. And now that we got the lugs off, we can get the wheel off, which reveals our lovely tie rod boot, which there's not much left of, as you can see. If you're gonna use an impact to get your ball joint nut loose, don't go too hard or you can twist your ball joint. And then you just gotta hit that ball joint out, and which, you know, usually works on the first try. See? First try. Now we can move that out of the way and get our crusty, rusty, dusty looking tie rod boot out of here. That thing is anxious. Get it out of here, bro. Freaking. Alright, after you get to this point in the tie rod, you're probably like, what do I freaking do? You put the dinghy on the dinghy and the dinghy, and then you do this nut like this, and then this nut get loose, right? And then you do this thing. Now here's the important part. You gotta count how many rotations you do, because if you don't, your engine will blow up when you put your new tie rod on. So definitely count the rotations and write them down, because when you put the new one on, you know what you're gonna want? You're gonna want to put the new one exactly where this old one is. And now my phone just fell and said, shut up. It is critical after you replace a suspension component like this to go get an alignment for the car afterwards to prevent pulling and weird stuff like that. So I ran up to O'Reilly's to rent this tool. This is a tie rod remover tool. Makes the job like this so much easier. And we're going to go ahead and compare the tie rods real quick, make sure it's right, get the tie rod removal tool on there and get it broke loose. Having the right tool for the job can make jobs like this go so much easier, and things like tie rod pullers and using rental tools can really help the time on jobs like this. You can cut down by having the right tools you need. All right, now we can go ahead and reassemble the components for the new tie rod. Just gonna put the new tie rod in, torque it into 1 trillion foot-pounds, slide the new boot on there, get your clamps on there, and voila. Now you have replaced the inner tie rod. Go ahead and put that nut back on the same amount of rotations you took it off. And then we got him a new outer tie rod as well, because his ball joint was entirely cooked. Gonna kind of sort of bench test the suspension, make sure everything's just locked in and moving the way it should here. And everything honestly operated super smooth. Was really happy about it. Looked, you know, nice. I always get some sort of like satisfaction out of like new suspension parts, especially even on like a newer car, you know, even if it's not rusty, it's just nice to have new parts. So we're gonna go ahead, throw the wheel back on there, get the car back on the ground, remove our jag stand, and we took the car out for a little test drive and everything performed great. Didn't have any major pulls. The customer got it aligned and it was awesome. Like and follow if you woke up today.